The robots are finally leaving the lab, and the biggest tech companies in the world are about to prove it. In just a few weeks, something massive is happening in Las Vegas that could fundamentally change how we interact with technology in our daily lives. And here's the kicker: this isn't about concepts or prototypes anymore. This is about machines that actually work.
CES 2026 is shaping up to be unlike any tech showcase we've seen before. While previous years focused on screens, gadgets, and theoretical AI, this year marks a dramatic shift. The entire show is being dominated by systems that operate in the physical world, robots that can actually grab things, AI that runs directly on devices without cloud dependency, and autonomous systems that navigate real environments. The announcements and teasers from the past few weeks paint a picture of an industry at an inflection point. Let's start with what might be the most significant robotics announcement in years. Hyundai Motor Group has locked in January 5th for a major reveal that goes far beyond typical corporate presentations. They're unveiling their complete AI robotics strategy during a dedicated media event from 1 to 1:45 p.m. Pacific Time. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about showing off cool robots. Hyundai is laying out their entire approach to human-robot collaboration, manufacturing innovation, and how robotics integrates into their production and logistics systems. The company has been developing what they call a software-defined factory approach. Think of it as creating an ecosystem where robots aren't just programmed once and deployed, but continuously developed, trained, updated, and managed across different environments. It's the difference between having a robot and having a robotics platform that can evolve and adapt. But the real showstopper comes from Hyundai's subsidiary. For the first time ever, Boston Dynamics is bringing the next-generation Atlas robot to a public stage. This is huge. Atlas has been the internet's favorite robot for years, doing backflips and parkour in viral videos. But those were always controlled demonstrations in Boston Dynamics facilities. CES 2026 marks Atlas's public debut. Real people, real environment, real demonstrations. The new Atlas isn't alone either. Hyundai confirmed that Spot, the famous robot dog, will be there alongside something called Mob-ED. This lesser-known platform is described as a compact mobility system that carries sensors and equipment across uneven terrain using AI-based navigation. The booth will feature hourly presentations showing how these robots actually work in real environments, not just choreographed demos. While Hyundai focuses on industrial and commercial robotics, LG Electronics is taking a completely different approach. They're introducing Clo-ID, a home robot that looks like it stepped out of science fiction. This isn't your typical vacuum robot or smart speaker on wheels. Clo-ID has 2 articulated arms with multiple degrees of freedom and hands with 5 individually actuated fingers. Yes, you heard that correctly. A home robot with actual hands that can manipulate objects. LG built this robot to handle real household tasks. We're talking about opening doors and cabinets, handling laundry items, and supporting daily activities that require actual physical interaction with the environment. The robot runs on what LG calls their affectionate intelligence software layer, which sounds like marketing speak, but actually refers to a system designed for natural voice interaction, contextual awareness, and complex task execution. The head module includes displays, cameras, microphones, and speakers, essentially giving the robot the ability to see, hear, and communicate while navigating your home. This is LG's first public showcase of Clo-ID, positioning it as the centerpiece of their home automation vision. Speaking of home technology, Samsung is transforming the kitchen into an AI command center. Their new bespoke AI refrigerator family hub represents a significant leap forward, and here's why. It's the first refrigerator to integrate Google's Gemini AI. This isn't just slapping a tablet on a fridge door. The system uses internal cameras with AI vision to recognize food items, track inventory, and even support user-labeled containers. But Samsung didn't stop at the fridge. They're introducing a bespoke AI wine cellar that automatically scans wine bottles, tracks storage conditions, and organizes your collection digitally. There's also an over-the-range microwave and slide-in range, all designed to work together as an integrated AI-managed kitchen system. The key here is ecosystem thinking. These aren't standalone smart appliances, but components of a larger intelligent system. The display technology coming to CES is equally impressive. Samsung's expanding their micro-LED television lineup with multiple new screen sizes, while LG is making a major play with their first micro-LED TVs. These sets use a new panel design achieving refresh rates up to 240 Hz while maintaining full RGB stripe structure. How? through something called dynamic frequency and resolution technology, allowing users to switch between ultra-high resolution and ultra-high refresh rate modes depending on content. LG's lineup includes 75-inch, 86-inch, and 100-inch models, positioning these as premium displays that push the boundaries of what's possible in home entertainment. The technology represents a significant advancement over traditional LED and OLED displays. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the leather jacket in the convention center. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang has a confirmed keynote on January 5th, and given NVIDIA's position at the intersection of AI, robotics, and autonomous systems, this could be the most important presentation of the entire show. The official description mentions AI, simulation, autonomy, and physical systems, essentially everything that makes modern robotics and edge computing possible. NVIDIA's presence extends beyond the keynote with demonstrations and sessions focused on AI platforms, robotics workflows, and what they're calling physical AI systems. This term is crucial. It represents AI that doesn't just process information, but interacts with and manipulates the physical world. Intel is countering with their Panther Lake processors, part of the Core Ultra Series 3 lineup built on an 18-angstrom process. These chips target AI PCs, edge inference, and improved GPU performance. The focus is on enabling local AI workloads, processing that happens on your device rather than in the cloud. This is critical for privacy, latency, and enabling AI features to work without constant internet connectivity. AMD CEO Lisa Su also has a keynote scheduled, and while specific announcements haven't been detailed, the company's position in processors and AI acceleration hardware suggests major reveals are coming. Lenovo is taking a theatrical approach, hosting their Tech World event at the Sphere in Las Vegas. For those unfamiliar, the Sphere is that massive LED-covered orb that's become Vegas's newest landmark. Lenovo's parent relationship with Motorola adds another dimension, as Motorola has sent invitations teasing a book-style foldable smartphone. The emphasis on unfold suggests a form factor different from their existing flip-style devices, potentially a larger, tablet-like foldable. The robotics hardware ecosystem is getting serious attention too. Paxini is debuting tactile sensing platforms that give robots the sense of touch. Their system provides real-time grip feedback and force detection, essentially allowing robots to handle delicate objects without crushing them. This is one of those unsexy but absolutely critical technologies that makes practical robotics possible. Leopard Imaging is showing humanoid-ready perception systems, including stereo and RGB IR camera setups. These are designed specifically for robotics and physical AI applications, optimized for low-light environments and real-time processing. Again, not flashy, but essential infrastructure for making robots that can actually see and understand their environment. Consumer robotics is well represented too. Roborock, known for their robot vacuums, is expected to showcase their latest navigation and mapping improvements. Aper is bringing pool cleaning robots with AI-assisted navigation. But the more interesting entries come from newer players. Ropet is introducing their modular Ropet R2 Pro cleaning robot that combines vacuuming, mopping, and carpet washing in a single system with swappable modules. Abot has something completely different, an AI-powered companion robot they're describing as a cyber pet. Meanwhile, WeHead Robotics is showcasing Alex, an assistive upper-body robot designed for mobility and physical assistance, making its global debut at CES unveiled. What makes CES 2026 feel different is the convergence of several critical technologies reaching maturity simultaneously. We have processors powerful enough to run AI locally, sensors sophisticated enough to understand the physical world, actuators precise enough to manipulate objects safely, and software intelligent enough to tie it all together. This isn't about individual breakthroughs anymore, it's about integration. The shift from cloud-dependent systems to edge computing and on-device AI is particularly significant. When your robot or device can process information locally, it becomes faster, more reliable, and more private. You don't need perfect internet connectivity for your home robot to function or your AI features to work. The emphasis on physical interaction, robots with hands, tactile sensing, real-world navigation, suggests we're moving beyond the age of digital assistants trapped behind screens. These systems are designed to exist in our spaces, handle our objects, and integrate into our daily routines in tangible ways. Looking at the bigger picture, CES 2026 represents a fundamental transition in how we think about technology. Instead of us adapting to technology's limitations, technology is finally adapting to our physical world. The robots aren't just getting smarter, they're getting more capable of actually doing things. The question isn't whether these technologies will change our lives, but how quickly and in what ways. Will LG's home robot become as common as dishwashers? Will Boston Dynamics robots transform manufacturing and logistics? Will local AI processing make cloud dependency obsolete? These aren't distant possibilities anymore. They're questions being answered on the show floor in just a few weeks. The convergence of major players like Hyundai, Samsung, LG, NVIDIA, Intel, and AMD, all pushing in the same direction, suggests this isn't a fad or marketing cycle.
This is an industry-wide recognition that the future of technology lies in systems that can sense, think, and act in the physical world. CES 2026 might just be remembered as the moment when robots finally came home. That's it for today, folks. See you in the next video.